Um, I don't think I actually ever really decided to play guitar. I found my mom's acoustic guitar in her closet when I was like 7 or 8, and I remember taking it out of the closet and playing it with a penny, and I broke a string off of it, and I thought I was going to be in really big trouble. But well, they told my parents that I had taken it out of the closet and started playing it. I guess they seemed more interested in the fact that I wanted to play guitar, so they told my grandma. My grandma bought me my first acoustic when I was 9. Um, so I don't think it was really a decision. Oh, I woke up one day and I want to play guitar today. I just kind of, out of curiosity, found it, and they decided to encourage me to keep going with it. So it wasn't really a decision. It was just a curiosity thing, and I just stuck with it.
Well, I was about 9 years old, and my dad had Led Zeppelin playing box set disc 2. I'll never forget it. And a whole lot of love came on, and I heard it, and it sounded really cool. And I was like, man, that's awesome. A couple weeks later, he's playing another song. It's Achilles' Last Stand by Zeppelin. It's more progressive, kind of crazy tune. I picked up this little acoustic guitar that I had at the time, and I started picking out the notes. And my parents both looked at me, and they're like, how did you learn that? How did you do that? And it just happened, so I started playing, and I never looked back. It's always been the one thing that I've wanted to do ever since I found it. And, it's all about Zeppelin. It's what started it all.
Being born. I don't know. I started at a very young age banging on pots and pans and such in my parents' kitchen, and at 4 years old they bought me a snare drum, and I started taking lessons, learning the rudiments and basic drumming things. And then, let's see, how old was I? I think I was seven or eight when I got my first drum set. It was I remember it though. It was an old Ludwig red sparkle 4-piece, like jazz kit. And that was my first drum set ever, and it was extremely exciting, and I played it pretty much 24/7. So I don't know why I started playing drums. I just did.
Why did I start playing bass? Really, it was kind of one of those situations where Roxy needed a bassist, and I had been friends with her for many years, and I said, you know what, I can try to play bass and help you out. And so I picked up the bass and started learning the songs, and realized I actually played that better than playing guitar. So I stuck with it, and fortunately Roxy's kept me around to play bass in the band. And so now I'm very excited that I can play bass, and I think I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm no Geddy Lee, or Les Claypool, or Jim Cregan, or John Mills. This sucks.
I like movies. I go to concerts a lot. Any local shows or touring shows or anything like that. I really hang out with friends, things like that. Just the typical stuff. Nothing too I don't have really any weird hobbies like I like to do underwater basket weaving. That's Ryan J's thing. He's the underwater basket weaver.
That's a good question. Well, do I do anything else besides that? Yeah, I don't know. Yes. Movies.
If I'm not playing guitar, which usually is what I do to relax and unwind, I'll play World of Warcraft.
What do I like to do to relax and unwind? I like to sleep a lot.
But just movies, hanging out with people, going to shows. I like to hang out on Fremont Street a lot. That's like my favorite place to go.
I like to fly kites. Oh no, wait, no, that was something else.
Diablo, some kind of Blizzard game because I'm a fanboy.
I think they should nickname me Grandpa in the band, because I like to sleep a lot.
Hockey when it's in season. That's always good. Yes, that's pretty much it.
While listening to some kind of music, whatever's tickling my fancy at the time. Typically Dream Theater, Zeppelin, something like that.
And when I'm not sleeping, I'm usually playing video games. Yeah, I play a lot of video games and sleep and eat, but mostly sleep. Sometimes I eat while I sleep or play video games while I sleep, which actually happened to me the other day.
Let's see. Playing with RGP. Let me see what's most amazing. It's kind of a tie between two different things. We got to play the main stage at House of Blues, which was cool. Just being on that stage with so many, knowing that so many great bands have played that stage. Just being there and having the lights and the great sound system and playing in that room and being able to hear what it sounds like. That was definitely a really awesome experience. And let's see, playing at the Wranglers games in front of 6,000 people. That's pretty awesome too. Playing with RGP, and then the last show we did when we went to Arizona was pretty incredible. The crowd was just tops. And let's see, outside of RGP, I don't really know, but the best concert I ever went to, I was definitely Rush when I was 15, and it was just an amazing experience just to see those guys live. And I'm not a big crier, but I cried when they played Spirit of Radio, so I guess that's a pretty touching experience musically.
Playing in RGP would have to be, without a doubt, there was one night we played in Laughlin, and after 4 hours of playing, it's 12 o'clock at night, and there's 400 people in the room. We start playing a couple songs, and every person in that audience was singing it back to the point where I couldn't hear my guitar, couldn't even hear the drums. Nothing but the audience singing back, and the energy was like nothing I've ever experienced before. Outside of RGP, honestly, it'd have to be the Wednesday night jams at Vamps with Jason Constantine, getting to play certain songs that I wouldn't normally play live on stage. Metallica, Ozzy, crazy stuff like that. It's always good to get that stuff out, get it out of my system, and playing with the amazing players that are always there has always been awesome. And as far as an other concert, it's a toss-up between seeing Rush when they played Camera Eye and Lamb of God when they played Ruin, and I ran into the pit. Both of them were incredible, but it'd be hard to pick one. There was a teary moment when I, not Spirit Radio, but during Camera Eye, when I heard the synthesizer drone come in the beginning and started hitting the notes, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this live. And it was incredible.
I think, well, it's a tough one. With RGP, I think one of the greatest things that's happened to us really was just becoming a band and being able to play out. Watching Roxy for so many years as a solo artist, and then actually putting the band together. I think was one of the most, great things to happen, and obviously, winning an award and being in a movie, and that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, it's all really great. So, I can't really pick out one specific moment that isn't just great with this band, because everything's just awesome. Every part of it's been really great. So. Outside of RGP, I'm gonna even jump completely out of genre and everything here. But I think one of the coolest things ever for me was in drum corps a couple years ago. 3, I think. No. Anyway, a while back in drum and bugle corps, the first time playing in front of us in a stadium of over 20,000 people is pretty intense. It's a pretty intense experience to have, 20,000 something people screaming for you. It's pretty awesome. Greatest concert moment, hands down, has to be probably the first time I saw Rush. Primus opened. What more can I say? It was insane and the coolest thing ever. Yeah, so that has to be it.
With RGP, just being able to play in different places that I would have never played before with Grocery Store Rejects or any of the other bands I have ever been in. I think my most memorable was the first time we played at the Wranglers hockey game as the house band, and it was 63,000 people there watching us. It was quite intense. It was a great experience, and everyone loved it. Outside of RGP, being able to go on the road with Grocery Store Rejects was always fun, and I think my most memorable was playing in the Phoenix Theater in Petaluma, California, for a sold-out crowd with some of my favorite bands, especially the band Groovy Ghoulies. It was their very last show, and to be a part of that was awesome. And my most favorite concert would have to be, well, I got two different concert experiences. One of them was being able to play on Trey Cool's drum set during the Green Day show, playing Operation Ivy's Knowledge, and that was just, it's breathtaking to be up there and drumming in front of that many people for one of your favorite bands, and Trey singing behind me and taking a Polaroid and stage diving, kissing Billy Joe on the cheek. It was just an awesome experience. And the other concert experience was, it was actually before the concert. I was watching the sound check for Bare Naked Ladies, and I got to meet them, and I actually rode the roller coaster with Jim Cregan and Kevin Hearn. So that's always going to be forever stuck with me.
Cool.
So you want to do the baga-duga-daga-buga? Or
Exactly.
you want to do baga-duga-duga-buga?
Like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That one? Okay, the second one?
Just like if I sit down.